The other side of it is like if you start to believe in something that might not be accurate to become something, you've got to look at why one would do that. And in some forms of spiritual or persuado sort of spirituality is that, and even within a religion, I would say as well, that if we're trying to associate to a higher vibration, a higher good sort of thing, similar with EFT, where it's like people just want to tap on the positive, even with a relaxation massage sort of thing, even if you're just doing it for relaxation, there's always going to be tension in your body. So there's always going to be some form of bracing that you've encountered, which is stress. And too much stress build-up is actually a form of trauma that's being stored in the body. So even if we do something for a relaxation purpose, where we're like, oh yeah, it's like I'm not stressed to the thing, I just want to have this for fun, or I only want to tap on the positive, you're releasing some form of tension from the body, and the body will always store tension in the body. Otherwise it would just be a puddle of goo. It needs tension to brace itself, to hold itself upright. But if we're not willing to go, okay, well, I have some form of stress in my body, some form of tension in my body, but I do want to associate to a higher good sort of thing, then that association becomes a disassociation. That disassociation is saying that I don't want to associate with my body or my mind, body or spirit, but I want to disassociate with only a higher vibration state, a higher good. I want to connect with my divine self sort of thing. The trouble with that is you're the one that's actually having to connect with that, and by not associating with the whole of your human experiences, the positive and the negative, then you're only going to be partially connecting with something. It's like a battery that's only got a positive charge. It doesn't work that way. It needs the positive and the negative charge to actually be fully empowered. And to be empowered in something is actually to hold the full power of yourself. But you can disempower yourself by disassociating, by only associating to the positive emotions, which is a dissociated state. Like myself was misdiagnosed with epilepsy because it was actually dissociation that I was experiencing. For example, our body, when we experience trauma, and mammals do it, it's when you're getting physically or emotionally attacked and you can't escape, your mind will escape. It'll disassociate from the body. It'll go into a night, and it's quite a pleasant feeling to disassociate whilst the trauma is happening to your body, and then you'll reintegrate hopefully once the threat is gone. So whilst the body is experiencing a negative outcome, the body, the mind is dissociated from the body. Now, that can actually be promoted in a spiritual sense. Like anyone that goes into these negative, they're on a lower vibration sort of thing. They're not actually enlightened the way I am sort of thing. All these sorts of bullcrap sort of talks that it's actually promoting you to disassociate from your body. Anything where it's saying that you don't need to experience these negative emotions, that you can only focus on the good, and anyone that wants you to focus on that is probably, of a low vibrational state. There's a form of filling you up with light that might be powered by gas, because to be empowered is to have the holistic of yourself, your whole body, to be holy, to be holistic. Now, to actually connect with yourself, to reconnect with yourself, to recover parts of yourself that you've had to conform and deform to get away from or to fit in to certain groups. You have to lose parts of yourself. It's a reconnection of oneself, and you're reconnecting to all of yourselves. You're incorporating, you're integrating both your positive and your negative. And the negative is not actually negative. It just sounds negative. We associate negativity to that. But anyone that sort of shames or blames people for experiencing these things, turn the other way, walk as quickly as you can away from them, sort of thing. Because what they're actually encouraging is, oh, you're feeling these ways, you shouldn't feel these normal human emotions. What if you are angry about something that you're completely justified, but you're being told that you can't actually feel anger about that, or you're being shamed for that, sort of thing? Now that to me sounds like, hey, I'm putting you under attack. You're feeling these ways. It's best not to associate with these things, so this can continue to happen. It's a form of abuse. So when we empower ourselves, when we gain control of ourselves again, when we gain control of who we are, we can say, no, this is not right. This is not what I believe in. This is not what you should be doing for me. I am now empowered to say, I walk away from this. And when we do that, we've actually incorporated what we think is our negative emotions, our right to stand up for ourselves, our right to say no, which is not a positive minded, it's our defense mechanisms, or our empowered mechanisms to say, this is not right, this is not for me, I don't believe in what you're telling me of myself, I'm fully within my rights and capabilities to walk away from this situation. A big thing on my channel is be who you are, find who you are, take from my words if they are beneficial, and put it into your brain. Use your brain to think these things through and go, hey, maybe this is what I want to be, because I don't know what you want to be. It's not in my interest even to tell you what to be. It's in my interest to have you reflect and reframe things and get you out of stuck patterns of thinking through EFT and the potato method that's coming up. But it's in no interest to gaslight you into saying that you're this big spiritual this and that, which just means that I actually have to now become a religion for you to become a disciple of and do all these things. I'm not interested in that at all. I'm interested in you discovering you and you choosing your life to live, and whether I even know of that or not is not even in my interest, sort of thing. It's like, if you're living your best life and it's somehow attributed to me, sort of thing, then, and you don't want to say it, then you're fully in your right to say that as well. It's like, I don't get my fuel out of that, sort of thing. It's like, I just want to help people. That's all I want to do. And I want to help myself as well in finding myself in that continued journey. And I'm not interested in being things that I'm not. And if I'm something that I am, then I guess I'll know that. And I'll know that by that gut feeling that feels good to me. I might take the time to celebrate every now and again, but I don't live in the celebration. I don't live in the glory. What I live in is in the groundedness of here and now. If we continually disassociate to the higher good, then it is that head in the clouds way of thinking. Whilst the head is in the clouds, the body has to navigate the ground. So whilst you're bumping into things, the head is in the clouds. It takes that mind body, spirit. And if we look at those three words, we need to embody those mind, body, and spirit in order to actually have anything. But if we only focus on the spirit, then you can't take a shortcut, unfortunately. It does take a long journey to actually think about who we are, how we actually think and feel about things. And we can't do that if we are head in the clouds or wanting to be something desperately to escape pain. And when we do look at it, and even for myself, like I looked at Taoism because I experienced peace when I watched the Taoist priest do this Tai Chi form and everything just went still. That was a moment of peace, and it's like that was my allure to it. But I soon learned and continually learning that when I went to the temple, yes, that's there, but it actually takes a lot of work to harmonize the body to get it into that state where you can experience those moments of stillness, and it is just momentary, to have that moment of balance, that harmony, that calm. But I went into something to escape stress, pain, to follow a mindset. And that's the other thing is my view of the medical world is actually drastically changing, because I've had a lot of experiences where they've actually been a lot more receptive to trauma and what I've had to say than the actual pseudo-spiritual world sort of thing, which has been very closed-minded. So that's why I'm going into the Potato method as well, because it is of that medical mind. It's less about being all these big spiritual woo-woo crap stuff, and being more how can we actually help people who are experiencing stress and want to get into a more balanced state, which is more what I'm interested in than being something that I'm not. I've got my religion, thank you very much. I'm Dion from Eflowtion Support Services, and if anything from this chat, take from it a reflection of, am I trying to be something to escape pain? And if I am, why am I wanting to escape pain? And is there people actually encouraging me to be of a certain mindset that are they the actual capable teachers of that? So I'm Dion from Eflowtion Support Services, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.